Welcome back to Zandvoort. Well, we had a small technical problem. Well, not really us, but PlayStation Network had a small hiccup, and that makes sure we're half an hour late with the start of qualifying. It wasn't just for C1, it's also for C3, who are racing on the same day. They did manage to do quali, and are now going to start the race in a few minutes, so let's see. Quite a few drivers going out immediately. One of them is Justices. Justices, the Lithuanian driver, one of the quickest drivers we have in C1 at RLH. Is now in P2 of the standings, just 23 points behind Marcus Short. Here it comes through the RLH corner, banked corner, onto the straight, which unfortunately is not very long, so overtaking opportunities are very rare in Zandvoort. It's here in turn 1. Now through the Hugenholz corner. Comes at Schijfvlak. And then we have the Marlborough corner up next. And when we... Oh! Justices. Just a bit of curb and he spins off. Is Marcus also on his hot lap? Slow to Marco corner, and then we have Schijfvlak. Oh, Person Tepijner that retired, unfortunately. Marcus, of course, quickest now in sector 1. Keeps it on track. Little bit of oversteer there. On his way to the chicane. Right, and then we have first after Kummelbocht and the Kummel corner in English, and then we have the RLH corner. RLH, 2-time winners of the Indy 500, and it's Marcus with a 108.775. Fastest so far. We have Vienna in second, Sam in third, Black Mamba in fourth. Well done, Mamba. Slash in fifth, and Wesley in sixth, but that time is not very representative, so probably made a small mistake. Because we don't know, Wesley can do so much better. Right, let's follow Shabby for a second too. In previous qualifying, he couldn't even set a time when he was crashed already. And if you look at how he takes that corners, well, his car seems very snappy. It's like real life Red Bull, you know, very hard to handle car. It is purple actually. So he's quick. Oh, but a bit too much invalidated his lap. Too bad, because he was purple in sector 1. We have a yellow. Well, Wesley, in the meanwhile, improved to 109.87, but still slow to the ones with a time set. But it is on medium, so that might be right. Wesley parking his car, making room for drivers on track. Alright, here we have King David, Renault, through the Vodafone corner. Into the RLH. And this is not going to be a very quick time. Well, it's quick. I mean, actually, purple in the last sector, but he lost too much time early on. So, still a quick time, and it's a time which I'm actually hoping to do myself in C5 on Thursday. But it's C1. It's so far his slowest. Well, Justice has invalidated his lap, so even on his second attempt, he's not setting a time. But we'll go for another lap. Who is? That's a lot of Flash. He was third in the first quali attempt. Very nice. That's purple into sector 1. Let's see what he can do. Oh, that's brilliant. That's nearly 5 tenths off. And that could bring him into 1090. That will be P3, actually. .108.9, so that's purple in 2 sectors, but still 2 tenths off Short's time. And that's Marcus Short, well known. Because it's all the brother Morgan is in P7 so far with 109.6. As we can see here. No, not enough speed out of that corner. Morgan already sat ahead of race. This is probably my worst track. Alright, Prince 120. And meanwhile, Marcus Short improves his P1 and sets pole time 108.5. And just with us after 2 field attempts is now in P3 with 108.7. Flash comes into the pit lane. Morgan on his way back. Wesley is still in the pit lane. Come on, Prince. We expect something from you. It's purple in the second sector. And there's a 109.6 puts him in P9, but on medium tires. Interesting choice by the Prince. David Goes out again, trying to improve his lap. Well, his new teammate, Licky Al Adachi, is on his way. Starting his timed lap. Let's see what you got. We have a yellow 6, 2 and 3. And that's at the RDS. Sam moving over. Alright, into the final corner now. Probably 109, I think. 109.8. That puts him just ahead of his teammate into 313. But on mediums. Alright, who is on a hot lap? It's just as us. Into the final corner, now comes into the Ari Loanbank, and I think that's a small improvement, and that small improvement could bring him one place up, P4. Because it's very close, because from P2 to P5, into 108.6. If you look at the gap between two P2 Slash and Lakido, it's just 0.004 of a second gap. Slash not improving. Marcus is slightly quicker now. Let's see if he can improve. No, he's coming in. Where's Sam? Sam so far has a bit of a disappointing season with being just in P6 in the classification with 18 points, and that's already 50 points behind Mark Short. And so Sam is the title defender because he won Season 6 as well as the Asia Cup. So last 2 seasons, or 1.5 season, however you want to call it, won by him, and off to a disappointing start so far. Alright, Granty Boy, his first race in RLH is also on the meeting time. Morgan, show us what you've got. Oh, that's intimidating. Maybe if you really quickly you've got time for one more run to improve your time, because Morgan, I'm pretty sure you can do a few tenths quicker. With a few tenths quicker, I think you should be in the range with Mama, Granty Boy and Sam. And maybe even Simpson. So it's both the Renaults at the back and P14 and 15, and Ferrari driver versus the Pino that crashed, so he wasn't able to see the time. Alright, we've got Vienna coming out to Tarzan corner. Oh, Mamba retired. Not sure where he did that. No, Vienna is not on a quick lap. But who is right now? Simsy? On a quick lap. So far, 15 thousandths slower than his previous time into Sector 1. Is a little quicker now. 1.4 tenths up. Can he improve? I think he can. Oh, slightly. Just 13,000, so lost a bit of time in the last sector there. And this is something the big Mercedes drivers are not used to. P9, P10. I can still remember Sam winning the championship with helping his teammate. Especially in the race at Spa. And they've helped each other many times, but and they've been successful winning driver championship, winning constructor championship, but so far after fourth start being in 7th and 6th in championship, but that don't ever count him out. Oh, Sam took a bit too much risk there. Oh, man, Sam lost it there. I'm actually surprised he doesn't have to retire. Alright, so who is up? It's following Sam. I just missed that. Justice's improved pole position time. And let's see if Marcus has a 10th, and he needs that 10th not to get past Justice, but also to get past Slash, who's in 2nd now. Oh, and he does it! Yeah, here he goes. Marcus on pole again. Improves to 108.407. And that's very, very narrow. That's very close. It's just a 108.4, just like Justice and Slash. Who is on a lap? Don't think anyone is, actually. No, because Justice is on his way to the pit lane, and the rest is all finished. Right. So here we have it. Marcus Short, the championship leader in the McLaren, is on pole, right ahead of his main rival this season, Justice Slash the 3rd, Vienna 4th, Lakitu and Prince Killer on row 3, Shabby and Simsy on row 4, Cranzy Boy and Wesley in P9 and P10, Sam in P11, and Black Mamba in 12. King David and Morgan Short on P13, 14, Licky Ladachi in P15, First the Pine in P16. So we're off to race now. Waiting on the drivers that setting up the race strategy. And then we'll go with you warm-up lap. Alright, here we go. Everyone, of course, gets away. So we have, let's see, Vienna, Granzy Boy, and Versatapane, all making their debut on RLH, and Black Mamba making his debut into C1. Alright, let's see. Drivers lining up now at the start. Who will win at Zandvoort? We have the red lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lights out. Here we go. Oh, that seems like a great start for Marcus. Don't watch the leaderboard too much, because that usually is being messed up by Codemasters. Because it's showing Marcus into P5, but he really is in the lead with Justices. Behind him in P2, and it's not lap 2, it is lap 1. So please, Codemasters, fix this shit. And leaderboard seems to be resetting itself now. Yeah, finally showing Marcus into P1 and lap 1. So we have Justice S in P2, Slash in P3, and Vienna in P4. So Toro Rosso's, no, it's Alpha Tower these days, doing great actually. Like Q2 into P5 in the Alpha. Prince Cullen Ferrari is doing great actually in P6, Shabby P7. Simsy in the Merc in P8, Granty Boy P9, Wesley P10 in Red Bull. Oh, Slash lost some position there. Alright, Wesley P10, Morgan in P11, Nicky in P12, number 13. Oh, its leaderboard is messing up again. King David P14, First Pine P15, and Sam in last. Oh dear Sam. Where's your form? It's your home Grand Prix. You must do better. Alright, now it seems like leaderboards are finally back to normal. Justice is improving on fastest lap. Right, let's see. Let's see if Justice S can come any close to Marcus. It's so dangerous to be right behind another driver here with dirty air. Loss of traction you can get. But if you get any closer, it's so hard to overtake you. But they seem to have get a small gap to Slash. And well, this is one of the few options that you have. Oh, nice overtake by Justices there. Right ahead of the tires on the corner. Well done. And this is such a tricky corner because it's really important to get so much speed out of the corner. And you think you could maybe I can go on the inside or the outside, but it's really tricky to overtake down. So Justices in the lead ahead of Marcus. Slash in third, close the gap a bit. His teammate Vienna in fourth. It seems like a good day for AlphaTauri. Can Marcus do anything back? He does have DRS now, but still Justice improving on fastest lap, so he seems to be really quickest in these first few laps. Oh, we have a nice battle here with Sam, First Pine and King David. Sam seems to be quicker, but Sam also seems to be stuck behind these two guys. Will he try it? Oh dear. And both drivers ahead of him are on hard tyres while Sam is on the mediums, but Sam, I think your best shot is to position yourself ahead of the outer line in that corner and then have to go at it on the straight. Like, yes, just like you're doing now. Now you have a shot. Oh, it seems like King David had a small touch with the wall there. Can Sam go outside? It has more traction, but it's being pushed off. It seems like well, that nearly went wrong. Oh, King David hits the wall there. Well, both move up position. Ooh, Sam nearly lost there. We have a yellow. Ah, that's King David. He's driving really slowly on track now. So it's Justice S in the lead. Well, oh, Sam has passed Verstappen. As he should. Granty Boy and Simsy battling there. Right, so Justice S in the lead. He has 1.4 seconds on Marcus. Then slashing in third. Vienna right behind him, as is Lakidu and Prince, who, well, is also a reserve driver into C1. Oh, King David retired in the pit lane, yeah. But Prince is having a really good race here. Right, Chubby. He was a bit scared of this track, and scared in a way that he already had 2 other league races on it and did a complete match lap, so would find an achievement if he did complete the full race. Well, you're in a decent position now, so if you can keep this up, you're in for some good points. And behind them is Granty Boy, who's on a different strategy with the medium tyre, but he seems to be closing in. After passing Simpsy, he actually ran away. Is 1.5 seconds ahead of him. While Simpson himself has a gap of 2.3 on Wesley. Right behind Wesley is Morgan Short. And after that, there's quite a gap actually. It's 4.3 seconds to Nicola Lacci, and Mamba is in 13th. But Mamba's on an interesting strategy because he's on the hot tyre. So that might bring him up front in the end. Although it will be very hard to overtake. But probably the most common strategy for today will be a soft to hard strategy. Even though it's a very short pit lane, I'm still very much convinced you lose too much track precision with the two-stop. Even though you might be on softer and quicker tyres. So the most probable strategy is probably drivers pitting around lap 12, 13, 14 and then all go on hard. So with Mamba starting on the hard tire. He could go on pretty long, probably until like 25, 24, and then have a short stint on fresh softs. So who knows what it will bring him. And here we have the first drive to pit. It's Prince Killer, already in lap 9. That's earlier than expected, but maybe his tires overheated. So let's see where he comes back on track. It's pretty much near the back, ahead of his teammate of today, Mr. Alright, but maybe this undercut will work. Let's see where he ends up. He was in P6. Let's see where he is after the first round of pit stops. Meanwhile, at front, it's Justice as who's running away from Marcus. So both champions leaders into P1 and P2, but in reverse position from the championship standing. So oh, here's another pit stop. It's Slash and Lakito, both pitting in lap 10. And they were just ahead of Prince, so let's see if they're still ahead of him. Let's follow Prince. And Simsy's also in the pit. Yeah, still ahead. Although Lakito seems to be stuck behind Sam now. And Namba. And Slash, after his pit stop, has returned on track after Nicola. That could cost him some time. Oh, he'll go for the overtake. Yep. That's well done. Moves up to position. And we have Marcus Short in the pit lane. We have Vienna in the pit lane. Chevy. Oh? I'm not sure what happened to Chevy, but something really wrong. What? Okay, this was really weird because there's a safety car. It seemed like Wesley retired and the game seemed to be glitching. Because it showed Chevy on the long straight while he was actually in the pit lane. And it seems like Marcus Short left the session, but is trying to join back now. Well, that was kind of a weird situation. Let's hope he can join back. Yeah. Ooh. Yes, he joins his car right ahead of Vienna. And we have a few drivers making a pit stop now. Crazy Boy, Morgan Short, Decladacci, Black Mamba, and San. Right, let's see. Alright, so with the safety car on track now in lap 13. And we have Justices in the lead, we have Slash in second, we have Crunchy Boy in third. Like Kitu in fourth, Short in fifth, so he lost out there on the incident. Vienna in sixth, also lost a few positions. But Vienna hasn't pitted yet. Is that correct? Well, I'm not sure what to say here because I'm not sure if it's right, because it's showing on the screen to me that both Vienna and Chevy have not pitted, but I'm quite sure I've seen them in the pit lane. So the tires that are being shown are not correct. Well, Simmons nearly did an overtake on the Chevy, but so you have to understand. At the moment, Vienna and Chevy were doing a pit stop. It seems like the host, Mark Short, oh shit. Chevy having a 5-second penalty. The moment the connection was lost, two drivers were in the pit lane, and it seems like he hasn't registered their pit stop. Alright, so let's see, tire. She doesn't register. It's really weird because with Vienna, it has shown registered a pit stop. Chevy it hasn't, and with the first Pilot it hasn't because he's the only driver who hasn't been in. Alright, safety car is going in. There goes Justice out of the ironing line, that corner. We've got Slash in second, Granny Boy third. And do we have a yellow? Oh, Lakito with the move and into P3. And Simsi's pitting. Wait, it seems like, Slash was just in second. Oh dear, he seems to have gone off. It's now in P13. So we have quite a strange evening here. What PlayStation having online trouble? Damaged a few game glitches. And possibly not registered pit stop from one driver. Or two maybe. Oh, Slash retired. And it seemed like he retired in the pit lane. Probably wasn't able to mentally recover from this setback. So it's really interesting to see what's going to happen with Chevy because it shows the red tire, soft tire. It shows, and let me show you. Well, just improved fastest lap. It hasn't stopped, but I can assure you he has. Let's see in race director. See, still on softs, no penalty. And yeah, this is weird. And the funny thing is the same with Vienna, but it also says soft, 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 soft. But well, both drivers went in at the same time. Right. Let's see here. Back to the action at 77 fastest lap. We have a yellow in sector 2. Oh, that's Simsy. He was pushing for fastest lap, but probably pushed a bit too much. Lost his car, and I think was it's such a tricky track where it's really easy to lose your car and end up in the wall. Let's see if he has to go in. Oh, hits this wall. Oh dear, probably a lot of damage. Alright. So we still have Justices in the lead, Lakito into P2, Grancy Boy in P3 on his debut. Marcus Short seems to have trouble. Oh, we have a crash there. That's one of the AlphaTauris? Yeah. Oh boy. Well, we're doing so well. They were in P3 and P4 and even P2, P3 I think. And now one of them is retired, one of them is near last. Alright, so this moves up versus Piner on his debut in P11. He is fighting for the last point in race with Morgan Short. Also interesting, we'll be seeing what Mamba can do, or better said, if his tires are gonna hold, because he's the only driver on medium. Oh wait! It now finally has registered for Chevy his pit stop. Yeah, great. Thank you, Codemasters, for having a game that works. Alright, well that said it. Good that it's working now. So Mamba and Chevy on the mediums, and well, I feel it will be quite a challenge to manage those tires for 16 more laps. Well, first the Pioneer is into the pit. Having pitted for mediums. And ending up on track right ahead of Vienna. Give him Morgan Short a bit of breathing air. He should be able to get a point. And we have a yellow. Oh, who's up there? Sam! Oh, dear days, Mercedes drivers are not having a lucky season. Oh, Sam completely lost his front wing there. On his way back to the pit lane. And, oh, who else is in the pit? Lakido! That's unexpected. Probably having... Oh, it's a safety car. It's a safety car. So we have a lot of drivers pitting. Lakido, Morgan Short, Shabby, Black Mamba. Yeah, hit now, guys. This is your chance. Sam, of course, pitting what damage that he has. Morgan Short pitting. And this could make the race a lot more interesting. Will this shuffle the pack? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 drivers. Justices, Cranky Boy, Prince, and Nicola Daci, who decided not to pit. So they will be on harder tires, older tires. Will they come in anyway? No, it's probably too late now, because if they're behind safety cars, they slowed down a lot. And because if they come in now, they lose a lot of positions on track, sorry. Right, we are coming on the straight again. Nope, no one going in. Alright, so everyone decides to stay on tires that they have. And this might even bring Simpson back into the race. But boy, what a difference this season can make, you know. Driving for Ferrari in season 6 and driving for Williams into the Asia Cup, but this team dominating, winning both championships, and now Simpson decides to pit and to probably go the mediums. Yeah, well, not doing bad, but not as good as they used to do. But now on Sam's home Grand Prix, in P12 and P13 last in the race. Right, now Simpson has to close the gap again. Let's hope for him the safety car stays out one more lap, because that would really help him with catching up with the rest of the pack. Although the safety car is so slowly, he should be able to reach the back of the pack before the end of this lap. Now in the bit slow part of the track. I haven't got mentioned that safety car is coming in, so yeah, it seems to be closing in. And safety car, well, yeah, staying up one more lap, and that will, yeah, it will help Simpson, who can now pretty close the gap with his teammate. But you never know. P12, P13, you're both in fresh mediums. Who knows what it will bring them. Safety car will probably come in this lap. And then we will still have 13 laps to race. And let's see if Choice, the current top 4 in this race, will impact. Meanwhile, gunning that footage from Wesley. What? Oh, that was really, really weird. Oh, really? So, Wesley, who was on the straight, bumped fully into a car on the straight that was actually wasn't on the straight, was in the pit lane. Alright, back to the race. It's Justice says again in the lead, remains in the lead actually. Well, Nicola Dacci, well, probably already regretting his decision to stay out on his tires. He's all the way back, but he seems to drive pretty slow. He's probably coming in. What a damage. Let's see if he is. Simsy again in the pit lane. So Morgan Short pitting, Simsy pitting, and Nicky Dutchie pitting. So we have three drivers pitting. And Simsy is on for another set of mediums, while Morgan Short and Nicky Dutchie choose the softs. And they should last for like the last 12 laps, and have a possibility to start fast as well. Alright, we have Justice S, who is still in the lead. Right, I have Grange Boy. He's having a nice debut. Prince is in third, having a great race actually here. But can he keep Lakito off? That'll be probably hard. Lucky already looking to where he could pass. Oh no! This was too risky. But he'll make a move soon. And Lucky is on softer tyres and much fresher tyres, so. Oh, that's risky. Oh yeah, that was too risky. Yeah, not a mistake by Prince, but a bit too courageous by Lucky there. Went on the curb too much and lost it. So it might give Prince a bit of breathing air, while he is being passed by Marcus Short, who is back on the podium now. And can he make up ground? He has... Well, he has nearly 3 seconds to make up to Grandy Boy. But on fresher mediums. Fresh mediums versus old hards. We have Chevy now in P5. Well, Niki Laudaci is setting fastest lap on the straight softs. Probably would be Shabby's best result into C1. Oh, yellow, 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 yellow. Vienna spun around. And yeah, there's damage. And this could open up the way for a point for Morgan or Nicola Tachi or even Simsy with a fight for P10. Alright, Lucky, can you fight your way back? You're very close to the podium area, but made a small mistake that cost you, well, 5 positions. Simon Lakito fighting there. Oh, bit of contact there. And who will come out ahead? It's Lakito. But this does give Sam the slipstream. And DRS. Now gonna use overtake? Yes, of course, and this will be a simple move on the outside. Well, simple, simple, simple. Goes a bit wide. Oh, small contact within the wheels. Great racing, guys. Keep fighting. Wait, Morgan Short back into the pit again. And retiring. Well, Morgan. Not sure why that happened, but I'll probably have to get an explanation. Oh, and while watching Morgan retiring, we missed Lakito's spin, and that gives Sam P8 and Vienna P9. It's just a yellow, no safety car. Lakito is into the pit. Yeah, new front wing, fresh tyres, and well, loses position of points. So that point is being given to Nicky Laudaci right now. But who knows what happens? Lakito P12 now. Justice is still in the lead ahead of Granty Boy. And despite having fresh and softer tyres, Marcus Short is not able to close the gap. Still 3.2 seconds, but behind him he's not having a real threat. It's Prince Killer with Shabby right behind him. Doesn't seem like Shabby is able to do an attack on Prince Killer unless he is closer into this corner, but he's just a bit too far away to really make the push now. Well, Cranky Boy is still within half a second of Justice's, because can't just make that move. Well, Shabby is also really close. 3/10s only. Cranky Boy getting closer and closer, but is he able to position himself before the final corner and get that mega slipstream DRS overtake button? Well, he uses it, but just not enough. It's the action from Justice's out of the outer line. That corner is so good that it's, well, you have to nearly be in his gearbox. Is now Justice is now slightly driving away again. No, he's just too far away to make a real move. Prince losing quite some time on the drivers ahead now, but Chevy unable to make a move on Prince as well. With first the Piner and Mamba right behind him. Sam is 2. You know, that group is really close, so anyone that has no penalties could move up quite a few positions actually. Alright, let's see if Justice asks, do you have any? Nope, no penalties for him, not even a warning. Well done. Well, Granty Boy has 2 warnings, and that's it, so no penalties for him. Marcus. Nope. Prince has 2 warnings. Well, 4, but can't see a penalty. Shabby has a 5-second penalty. Not at all. Shabby has some penalties. So has Verstappen. Mamba. Well, Mamba hasn't. So Mamba could actually move up quite a bit, as well as Sam. So I think Mamba could move up to P5 and Sam into P6. Talking about penalties, it's Simji picks up another one, but he is in meanwhile into P10, right ahead of Nicola Ducci. And the key. Right, here we go. One more lap. Justices aim up for the win. And it's so hard to overtake, so the Cranky Boy has been close a few times, it's just not close enough. With Morgan picking up a podium, I guess he'll be somewhat happy with it. Still picking up 15 points, and his nearest rival on track is getting 25. Justice will be on 70, and Marcus on 83 points, so still keeps 30 point lead. Right, there they are. It's Justice with the win. Renty Boy in second. Marcus Short in third, and then we will be having Prince Killer having a very nice P4. Well done, Prince. And then it will be Shabby, but he'll probably fall back a few positions. Yes, like I told you, it's Mamba in P5, Sam in P6, Vienna P7, Shabby P8 versus the Pioneer in P9, and then we have this sprint for P10. I think Simsy has quite a few penalties, so you might lose that. 10th position, although Nicola Daci is 10 seconds behind, so probably pick up 1 point, Simsy, a former champion. Yeah, Nicola Daci in P11 and Lakidu in P12. Driver of the day, Black Mamba. Well, was near the back of the grid at the start, but finished into P5, so well done to him. Alright, so well done to the podium drivers, Justice as Cranky Boy and Marcus Short. Let's go through the results. Justices into P1, Cranky Boy and Marcus Short completing the podium. Then we have Prince Killer, Black Mamba, Sam, Vienna, Shabby, First the Pioneer, Simpson Danger, Nicola Daci, Lakitu, and then we have the DNFs. That's Morgan Short / Wesley, who went out on a crazy way, and we have King David in 16th place, but as a DNF. So here are your final results. Lakitu did post fastest lap, but will not count as a point because he wasn't in the top 10. I want to thank you all for watching on this late evening, and I hope to see you tomorrow with C2, C4, or on this Thursday with C5 and C6. But the championship fights continue. So thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and see you next time. Thank you.